Alrighty guys, what is going on? Welcome back to the Best Investing Money Management channel on YouTube. In today's video, we are going to be doing a stock review Saturday. So I hope you guys enjoy it. If you guys get anything in value out of this video, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and we are going to be reviewing the one and only Googl. Also known as Googl. We're going to be breaking down, should you buy Googl stock? Should you buy, sell, hold? So I hope you guys enjoy it. If you guys get anything in value out of this video, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. If you have any questions, concerns, make sure you guys ask them down below. So starting off, that's actually first start, and we'll look at the chart. Then we'll actually move and look at some of the fundamentals and everything like that. So looking at Googl stock here, you guys can see that over the past couple of months, we've seen just a ton of consolidation where the stock really hasn't gained much, but it hasn't lost too much as well, right? You guys can see it does have some lows down here at about 2,200. Highs up here just over 3,000. Heavy resistance up in here. You guys can see it just hit it. Has a hard time breaking above that price zone, right? It hit it several times. Each and every time we just get natural sell-off, establishing pretty hard resistance. Now support, on the other hand, it does look like to have some right here at about 2,500. It hit it several times back in the day, then it established it a couple more times. Now looking over the past month or so, we've seen the worst month in Googl stock since 2008. Now anytime a stock in general sells off this much, this quick, a lot of people love to bring up concerns. They want to look at that earnings. They want to look at everything. And I completely understand it. But if we actually look at the earnings, you guys can see they did miss it. Now, companies miss it all the time. It's actually very, very common, especially these high growth, high volatile stocks. The thing that you have to understand is these companies are fueling up, right? They bring in heavy amounts of traffic, heavy revenue, and with growth stocks, you're gonna have ups and downs. You know, the leader of the S&P 500, Apple, missed earnings a ton, and they continue to have a couple of bad earnings here and there. So given that they missed their earnings by about $102 million, they still brought in about $68 billion, which is pretty high. Now, another thing you have to look at is if we zoom out, you guys can notice it does have some more support right here at about 2,200. And we can go ahead and draw that out. You guys can see right in here, you guys can see right here, when we have a little buying pressure. And now this is where my next buy zone would be. Trying to pick it up right here at about $2,250, $2,250. The reason why that is because this has natural tendency to get buying pressure. Hit it here, now hit it here. So right now though, we do have this natural downward trend. So answering that question of should you buy Googl, one thing you have to understand is it's a lot easier to make money when the trend is in your favor. But looking at it, you guys can see we just have that downward trend. And the issue that I face is who knows how far this stock will go. Looking at some of the revenues and all of that, you can see they did miss it, but they still brought in $68 billion. It was a 22% increase, which is actually very, very good. And another thing you have to realize is Googl is one of my favorite stocks because they hold $133 billion in cash. And anytime a company holds that much cash, if there's ever a crash or a recession in the market, they have $133 billion to continue to invest, continue to grow, to continue to innovate. And another thing here too, if we look at their long-term debt, so all the debt the company has, $14 billion. They have $133 billion in cash, and then they have $14 billion in debt. So if there's a recession, they have way more cash. They can handle this debt and continue to grow. And the biggest thing you have to understand is Googl is way more than just Googl. They own virtually everything. They're heavily invested into AI, the metaverse. And so I'm really excited to see kind of where they go in the next couple of years. Looking at a couple of other things right here, now we're on Yahoo Finance. You guys can see the PE ratio right now is at about a 20, which is actually very, very good for Google. It normally trades pretty much around a 30. So given anything low is great. You have to understand as well that a good strategy for this, so kind of curling back to buying it, a good strategy would be to dollar cost average this, right? Me personally, I definitely think it's worth having Google in your portfolio. They're a stable company. You don't have to worry about them closing their doors. But the issue we face is high volatility. So to kind of counter high volatility, what you have to do is dollar cost average it. So just be very, very consistent with your investments, invest on a weekly basis, and put, 2 or 3 or if not 5% of your portfolio into a company, into Google. And what that means is for every $100 you have invested into other stocks or ETFs, put $5, $2 into Google. And just do that on a weekly or monthly basis. So what this is going to do is, yes, we have a lot of sell-off. So what you're going to do is you're going to average down your shares, right? If this continues to sell off, you're averaging down your shares. And looking at the long term of Google, it has this beautiful upward trend. So once this recovers, your average cost is going to be so low that when it recovers, you're going to make a ton of money. That's the strategy that I'm doing and the one that I recommend, so I don't have to worry about trying to time the market. It's very hard to try to time the market if the stock's undervalued or overvalued. It's very, very difficult. Dollar cost average it so you don't even have to worry. But overall, I'm super excited to see where this goes. Yes, we have seen a lot of sell-off, but you have to look at that as some opportunity. Yes, we had that missed earnings, but looking at other ones, I know they're going to do very, very well here shortly. Huge believer in the company. I pretty much work for YouTube making videos, so I'm a huge believer in it, guys. So guys, that is it. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, hit that like button, subscribe. We will see you guys later. Remember to stay happy, guys, stay positive, and stay safe out there. We'll see you later. Take care.